Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are doing the book review of Never Whistle at Night. This is a collection of short stories put together by Shane Hawk of other Indigenous authors. This is in the horror section, so I just want to make that clear. If you're not into horror, this may not be your thing. But for me, it was a quick read. I really enjoyed it. I really love majority of these authors already, so it was right up my alley. Although I don't always read horror, I do like some. That being said, there were definitely some short stories where I wish it wasn't so short and I wish it was like the full book. But I really like these anthropology style books, showcasing other authors, and especially when it's, you know, authors who don't usually get the spotlight except for maybe once or twice a year because either they have a book release, if that, or because they're categorized by their race, their ethnicity, their religion, etc. So while this would be perfect for spooky season because it is horror, or say November because they're Indigenous authors, I would say read it any time of year. I'm always about diverse reading, so I always make sure to have or try to have a good variety of diversity in each month when I do actually sit down to read and not have a major reading slump. I don't have all that much to say except 5 stars. When I saw the title, it made me think of a bunch of Indigenous stories like that of the Skinwalker, or that, you know, like in Appalachia. If you know of any of those stories, like each tribe has their own, you know, story of warning, right? And so, like, even though, well, if you guys don't know, I am San Carlos Apache, although I didn't grow up in the tribe. I was adopted, so separated from my culture. That is a whole other topic. Anyway, even though I grew up between New York City and up here, I'm in upstate New York, there's still like those little bit of things. And if you can see behind me, I am on a mountain. I'm in the woods, okay? So we have, well, there's stories, and some of them you can be a little bit more scientific, right? If you hear like, for example, like a cat meow or a baby cry, it might be a fisher, okay? I'm just saying, you know, they do exist. I've unfortunately seen them. There's one that lives on my property, actually right over here. Hold on. If you look just beyond where Bear is, so Bear is right here, it's like right up in there. There's a stone wall, and that's where it tends to be. And Bear's just chilling in the sun right now, smiling. I don't know if you guys can see his smile. Bear, hi baby. He living his best life. Anywho, so you guys got to see the baby, and yes, I know he's still a little sick. If you guys follow me on TikTok, sorry, I'm like interrupting my book review. He has myotis or something. It's inflammation of the jaw. It's from his Lyme disease. It's flaring up. This is the first time he's had any symptoms of Lyme, even though he was diagnosed at 4 months. Yeah, that's been him and my kid. It's been a joy. And then when he was at the vet, he also injured his back left paw. Although he's putting pressure on it and he's been running on it and doing okay now, I'm pretty sure the pain medication is helping a lot for both of those things. He's still a little not 100% back to his normal self, but he's made some big improvements, feeling better. So, you know, just keeping an eye on him, because he is our baby, and I would do the same thing for my cats, and have. That being said, I would definitely recommend this book. Like I said, if you like horror, give it a read. If you don't like horror, you could just try to check it out. Sorry, got interrupted. You know, it's always, I wouldn't say it's too scary for most of these. Like for me, when I read Stephen Graham Jones, like, I don't find majority of, like, I know he's horror and he does have some work, sorry, a short piece in this. I don't find him, I don't know, I find some of his horror, like, not scary, but just different and weird, right? But maybe that's just me. I will say that Tommy Orange is in this as well. Absolutely love Tommy Orange's work. If you haven't read They're There, and then the sequel to that, absolutely recommend. And like I said, there's a bunch of other, like Shane Hawk is an author, and a bunch of other authors. So might surprise you. You might find other authors you like. A lot of these don't necessarily only write horror. So keep that in mind. Give it a chance. But I will bring in lots more, not just book reviews, but book recommendations and sorts. We're kind of like all over the place, and I'm trying to film. Sorry, I'm putting this here. Actually, no, I'm going to do a different video for this. So stay tuned for that, because I'm going to try not to take a pause again, but yeah, let me just do a whole video of that. Anyway, I'm trying to work through it. I'll see you guys next time.